Welcome to the Buddhist audio bookshelf. Today, we invite you to explore the profound teachings of the Dhammapada in our segment titled, Beyond Illusions, Finding the Essential in a Distracted World. Join us on this enlightening journey into the Buddha's wisdom. If you find value in these teachings, please support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps spread this timeless wisdom to others. You can also listen to us on YouTube podcasts with ease. Simply download the YouTube Music app, and search for our channel, Buddhist Audio Bookshelf. One of the great benefits of listening through the music podcast is that it uses less battery and data, allowing you to listen while keeping the screen off. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to sharing more teachings with you. Introduction. In an age characterized by constant noise, unrelenting demands, and an ever-growing tide of distractions, the words of the Buddha echo with striking relevance. His teaching, those who mistake the unessential to be essential and the essential to be unessential, dwelling in wrong thoughts, never arrive at the essential, invites us to reflect deeply on our lives and the choices we make every day. As we navigate through the complexities of modern existence, this ancient wisdom offers a guiding light, illuminating the path toward a more meaningful and fulfilling life. The challenge of distraction. Today, we live in a world saturated with stimuli. Our lives are filled with notifications from smartphones, emails vying for our attention, and a whirlwind of social media updates that can make us feel more connected yet increasingly isolated. The instant gratification provided by technology often leads us to prioritize fleeting moments of pleasure over long-term happiness. In this environment, it becomes all too easy to confuse what is essential, our relationships, inner peace, and personal growth, with the unessential, material possessions, status, and superficial interactions. The relentless pursuit of these unessential aspects often results in anxiety, dissatisfaction, and a pervasive sense of emptiness. Many people find themselves trapped in a cycle of consumerism, believing that acquiring more things will fill the void within. However, studies consistently show that material wealth does not equate to happiness. Instead, genuine contentment arises from deep connections with others, self-awareness, and a sense of purpose. Recognizing this distinction is crucial for anyone seeking to navigate the complexities of modern life. The illusion of materialism. In our consumer-driven society, we are bombarded with messages that equate happiness with the accumulation of possessions. Advertisements tell us that the latest gadget, designer clothes, or luxurious car will bring us joy. Yet, this illusion often leads to a cycle of desire and disappointment. When we chase after these material possessions, we may experience temporary pleasure, but it rarely translates into lasting happiness. Consider the story of a young professional who dedicated years to climbing the corporate ladder. Initially fueled by ambition, they worked tirelessly to achieve financial success. Upon reaching their goal, they found themselves surrounded by luxury but devoid of genuine fulfillment. The late nights and relentless pressure had cost them meaningful relationships with friends and family. It was only after they stepped back from this unessential pursuit that they began to understand what truly mattered in life: connection, compassion, and the cultivation of a peaceful mind. This disconnect between what we pursue and what truly nourishes our souls can lead to feelings of isolation and dissatisfaction. The Buddha's teachings remind us to focus on the essentials, those aspects of life that foster genuine joy and lasting fulfillment. The importance of relationships. At the core of a meaningful life lies our relationships. In today's fast-paced world, genuine human connection is often sacrificed for convenience. We might have hundreds of online friends, yet feel lonely in a crowd. The Buddha emphasized the importance of loving kindness, compassion, and empathy in our interactions. These qualities are the bedrock of healthy relationships and are essential for our emotional well-being. Many people struggle with the challenge of fostering deep connections in a superficial world. The fast pace of life, coupled with the demands of work and family, can make it difficult to invest time and energy into nurturing relationships. Yet, studies show that strong social connections are linked to increased happiness and even better health. The investment in our relationships, whether with family, friends, or community, can yield profound rewards. To cultivate meaningful relationships, we can start by practicing mindful communication. This involves being fully present in our interactions, listening actively, and responding with empathy. Simple acts like putting away our phones during meals or engaging in heartfelt conversations can create stronger bonds with those we care about. Additionally, showing appreciation for the people in our lives fosters a sense of connection and belonging. Cultivating inner peace. Amidst the chaos of modern life, cultivating inner peace is essential for finding clarity and purpose. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation and deep breathing exercises, allow us to turn our attention inward. These practices help us to discern the essential from the unessential and provide a sense of calm amidst the storm. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines can significantly impact our mental well-being. Setting aside just a few minutes each day for quiet reflection or meditation can help reduce stress and anxiety. When we cultivate awareness of our thoughts and feelings, we gain the ability to recognize fleeting emotions without becoming attached to them. This awareness empowers us to respond thoughtfully to challenges rather than react impulsively. Furthermore, embracing the present moment is a powerful antidote to the distractions that pull us away from what truly matters. In our culture of constant connectivity, it is vital to create boundaries around technology use. Designating specific times for checking emails or scrolling through social media can help us reclaim our time and mental space, allowing us to engage fully in our lives. Embracing impermanence. Life is inherently transient, and everything we cling to will inevitably change. This understanding of impermanence is a core tenet of Buddhist philosophy and offers a profound lens through which to view our lives. When we recognize that nothing is permanent, we can learn to appreciate each moment without becoming overly attached to outcomes. Many individuals struggle with the fear of change and the desire for stability. This desire can lead to anxiety and resistance, preventing us from fully engaging with life. However, embracing impermanence can lead to liberation. It encourages us to let go of attachments to material possessions, outcomes, and even relationships, allowing us to live more freely and authentically. Accepting change as a natural part of life helps us navigate transitions with grace. When we encounter challenges, whether it's a job loss, the end of a relationship, or a health issue, we can find solace in the understanding that these experiences, too, will pass. By cultivating resilience and adaptability, we empower ourselves to respond to life's uncertainties with a sense of calm and assurance. The power of right thought. The thoughts we entertain significantly shape our reality. Dwelling in wrong thoughts, negative beliefs, self-doubt, and destructive emotions can cloud our judgment and lead us away from the essential aspects of life. The Buddhist teachings encourage us to cultivate right thoughts, focusing on positive affirmations, compassion, and gratitude. Transforming our thought patterns requires conscious effort. By challenging negative beliefs and replacing them with positive affirmations, we can change our internal narrative. Practicing self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness, especially during difficult moments. Instead of succumbing to self-criticism, we can choose to acknowledge our feelings without judgment and offer ourselves the same understanding we would extend to a friend. Setting daily intentions can also help us align our thoughts with our values. By taking a few moments each morning to reflect on what truly matters to us, we can guide our actions and decisions throughout the day. This practice fosters mindfulness and ensures that we remain focused on the essentials, even in the midst of life's distractions. Finding meaning in daily life. Amidst our busy schedules, it is crucial to find meaning in our daily activities. The challenge often lies in recognizing the significance of seemingly mundane tasks. By cultivating mindfulness, we can transform ordinary moments into opportunities for connection and growth. Engaging in small acts of kindness, whether it's helping a neighbor or simply offering a smile to a stranger, can profoundly impact our lives and those around us. These actions not only foster a sense of community but also reinforce our understanding of what is essential: compassion, connection, and empathy. Additionally, embracing a gratitude practice can help us shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. Taking time each day to reflect on the things we are grateful for can enhance our overall well-being and foster a more positive outlook on life. This practice helps us cultivate a mindset that recognizes the beauty in everyday moments, encouraging us to savor life rather than rush through it. Living with purpose. Ultimately, the quest for meaning and happiness lies in our ability to live with purpose. Defining our values and aligning our actions with those values is essential for cultivating a fulfilling life. This involves reflecting on what truly matters to us and making conscious choices that resonate with our authentic selves. In a world that often emphasizes external validation and success, it can be challenging to stay true to our values. However, by setting clear intentions and establishing priorities, we can create a life that reflects our true selves. Whether it's dedicating time to our passions, nurturing our relationships, or contributing to our communities, living with purpose empowers us to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and confidence. As we embrace the teachings of the Buddha, we are reminded that the path to happiness and fulfillment begins with recognizing the essential amidst the distractions of modern life. By cultivating mindfulness, fostering meaningful relationships, and aligning our actions with our values, we can navigate the challenges of today's culture with grace and intention. The journey is not always easy, but with awareness and dedication, we can discover the profound peace that comes from living authentically and purposefully. In a world filled with distractions, noise, and an endless stream of information, distinguishing between what truly matters and what is merely a passing whim has never been more critical. The teachings of the Buddha remind us of the importance of recognizing the essential elements of our lives and how easily we can mistake the unessential for the essential. In today's fast-paced society, where external validation often overshadows personal fulfillment, the need to identify our priorities is paramount. As we navigate our daily lives, it is essential to reflect on what we consider important. In many cases, we are conditioned to pursue things that society deems valuable, such as wealth, fame, and success, often overlooking the deeper, more fulfilling aspects of life. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of striving for things that may bring temporary pleasure but ultimately leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. This dissonance between our pursuits and our inner peace can lead to anxiety, dissatisfaction, and even despair. Consider the phenomenon of social media, where curated images of success, beauty, and happiness dominate our feeds. We scroll through countless posts, comparing our lives to those of others, often feeling inadequate in the process. This incessant comparison fosters a mindset where we mistake superficial achievements, likes, followers, material possessions, for genuine worth. The result is a culture of disconnection, where the essential components of happiness, authentic relationships, self-acceptance, and inner peace, are overshadowed by the quest for external validation. To cultivate a happier, more meaningful life, we must first recognize the influence of these distractions. Acknowledging the external pressures that shape our beliefs is the first step in understanding our true priorities. What do we genuinely value? What brings us joy and fulfillment? Reflecting on these questions can help us reclaim our sense of purpose and direct our energy toward what truly matters. A fundamental aspect of this reflection involves examining our relationships. In today's society, where technology connects us yet often isolates us, we may find ourselves yearning for genuine connection. Relationships rooted in love, trust, and compassion are essential for our emotional well-being. However, the pursuit of superficial connections, often facilitated by social media, can lead to feelings of loneliness and emptiness. It is crucial to prioritize nurturing our relationships with family and friends, spending quality time with them, and engaging in meaningful conversations. Imagine a scenario where a person dedicates their time to building a large online following, gaining recognition and validation through likes and comments. Yet, as they focus on their online persona, they may neglect the people in their immediate circle, friends, family, and loved ones. In doing so, they risk losing touch with the very essence of what brings happiness and fulfillment. Instead of chasing likes and followers, we can cultivate deeper connections that enrich our lives. Simple acts, like sharing a meal, engaging in heartfelt conversations, or participating in community activities, can foster these connections and help us realize the value of the essential over the unessential. To shift our focus toward the essential, it is also vital to cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness involves being present in the moment and aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can observe the constant stream of distractions vying for our attention, allowing us to differentiate between what is essential and what is merely noise. For instance, during a busy day filled with tasks and obligations, we may find ourselves rushing through meals, conversations, or moments of relaxation. By taking a few minutes to pause, breathe, and ground ourselves in the present, we can reconnect with what truly matters. Mindfulness can serve as a powerful tool to navigate the chaos of modern life, enabling us to prioritize our mental and emotional well-being. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines can be as simple as setting aside time for meditation, practicing mindful breathing, or engaging in activities that promote presence, such as yoga or nature walks. When we make a conscious effort to be present, we cultivate a sense of awareness that helps us focus on what truly enriches our lives, our passions, interests, and the people we care about. Another essential component of living a meaningful life is understanding the nature of impermanence. Everything in our lives, relationships, experiences, and possessions, is subject to change. When we cling to the unessential, material possessions, societal expectations, or fleeting emotions, we risk losing sight of what truly matters. The Buddhist teachings encourage us to embrace the transience of life, reminding us that attachment can lead to suffering. By recognizing that change is a natural part of existence, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance and appreciation for the present moment. This acceptance can lead to greater inner peace and resilience, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with grace and equanimity. In practical terms, embracing impermanence can involve letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes. For example, if we are fixated on achieving a particular goal, whether it's a promotion at work, a certain lifestyle, or a relationship, we may become disappointed if things do not unfold as we expect. Instead of clinging to these desires, we can learn to appreciate the journey itself, focusing on the growth and experiences along the way. Engaging in self-reflection is another powerful practice for discerning the essential from the unessential. Taking time to journal or contemplate our thoughts and feelings can provide clarity on what we truly value. When we examine our motivations and desires, we can identify patterns that may lead us away from our true selves. This self-awareness can empower us to make choices that align with our authentic values rather than those dictated by external pressures. For example, if we find ourselves pursuing a career solely for financial gain, we can ask ourselves whether that path brings us joy and fulfillment. If it does not, we might consider exploring alternative career options that align with our passions and values, even if they come with less financial security. By prioritizing our happiness and authenticity, we can carve a path toward a more meaningful life. Creating a personal mission statement can also guide our decision-making process. By articulating our core values and aspirations, we can gain a clearer sense of direction in our lives. This mission statement serves as a touchstone, helping us evaluate opportunities and challenges in light of what truly matters to us. For example, if our mission statement emphasizes compassion and community, we can seek out opportunities to volunteer, support local initiatives, or engage with our neighbors. By aligning our actions with our values, we cultivate a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends superficial pursuits. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it is essential to cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset encourages us to embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and development rather than viewing setbacks as failures. This mindset allows us to focus on personal growth and resilience, helping us navigate the ups and downs of life with a sense of curiosity and openness. When we view challenges as essential parts of our journey, we can learn from our experiences and adapt our approaches. Instead of becoming discouraged by obstacles, we can use them as stepping stones toward personal growth. This shift in perspective can lead to greater resilience and an enhanced sense of fulfillment. In a world where the unessential often takes precedence, cultivating a meaningful life requires conscious effort and reflection. By prioritizing genuine relationships, practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, engaging in self-reflection, and fostering a growth mindset, we can discern what truly matters. This journey is not without its challenges, but it is ultimately a path toward greater happiness and fulfillment. As we strive to live authentically and meaningfully, we may find ourselves becoming more in tune with our inner selves. This awareness empowers us to let go of the distractions that hinder our happiness, allowing us to embrace the essential components of life. By committing to this journey, we can navigate the complexities of modern existence with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. The illusion of materialism is pervasive in today's society, where consumer culture often dictates our values and priorities. We are bombarded with messages that equate happiness with possessions, whether it's the latest smartphone, designer clothes, or extravagant experiences. This relentless pursuit of material wealth and status can distract us from what truly matters, leading to feelings of emptiness and dissatisfaction. The pursuit of possessions. In a world that glorifies consumerism, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that happiness lies in acquiring more. Advertisements paint a picture of a perfect life, one filled with luxury and abundance. However, research consistently shows that material possessions do not equate to lasting happiness. Instead, they often provide only fleeting satisfaction, leaving us craving more and more. Consider the story of a successful entrepreneur named Alex. Driven by the ambition to achieve financial success, Alex spent years working tirelessly, sacrificing personal relationships and self-care along the way. After reaching a level of success that many would envy, Alex found himself feeling isolated and unfulfilled. Despite the luxurious lifestyle and material wealth, he experienced a profound sense of emptiness. This realization forced Alex to confront the reality that his pursuit of possessions had overshadowed the essential aspects of life: relationships, personal growth, and well-being. Alex's experience is not unique. Many individuals find themselves in similar situations, where the chase for material success ultimately leads to disillusionment. The emptiness that can follow the attainment of wealth serves as a powerful reminder that true fulfillment cannot be purchased. Instead of finding joy in things, we must learn to cultivate happiness from within. Understanding the illusion. The illusion of materialism is not just about the physical items we accumulate, it also extends to how we define success and happiness. In modern culture, success is often measured by external indicators: job titles, bank balances, and social media followers. This external focus can distort our perception of what is truly important, leading us to prioritize the unessential over the essential. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize the need to cultivate inner awareness. When we become preoccupied with societal definitions of success, we risk losing sight of our true selves and our values. It's essential to regularly reflect on what brings genuine happiness and fulfillment. Are we chasing external validation, or are we nurturing our relationships, passions, and personal growth? A shift in perspective. To break free from the cycle of materialism, we must shift our perspective. This begins with recognizing the impermanence of possessions and the transient nature of happiness derived from them. Embracing this understanding can be liberating, allowing us to let go of attachments to material things and focus on what truly matters. Practicing mindfulness can play a crucial role in this shift. Mindfulness encourages us to live in the present moment and fully experience life as it unfolds. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts and feelings, we can begin to discern when we are falling into patterns of consumerism and external validation. Mindfulness helps us recognize the temporary satisfaction that comes from acquiring new items and directs our attention to the more profound joys of life: connection, love, and self-discovery. The power of relationships. As we begin to let go of the pursuit of material possessions, we can turn our attention to what is essential: our relationships. Building and nurturing meaningful connections with others is a cornerstone of a happy and fulfilling life. When we prioritize relationships, we cultivate a sense of belonging and community that cannot be replaced by material wealth. In our fast-paced society, it can be easy to overlook the importance of quality time spent with loved ones. We often find ourselves multitasking, glued to our devices, or preoccupied with work, leaving little room for genuine connection. However, meaningful interactions require presence and attention. Practicing mindful communication, where we actively listen and engage with others, allows us to foster deeper connections. To cultivate relationships, consider implementing small, intentional practices into your daily routine. Schedule regular catch-ups with friends or family, free from distractions. Engage in activities that promote bonding, such as cooking together, going for walks, or participating in community events. These shared experiences can create lasting memories and strengthen the ties that bind us. Finding fulfillment in experiences. While material possessions may offer temporary joy, experiences tend to create lasting happiness. Research suggests that investing in experiences, such as travel, hobbies, or learning new skills, contributes more significantly to our overall well-being than buying material goods. Experiences enrich our lives, expand our perspectives, and foster connections with others. Consider the joy that arises from a spontaneous road trip with friends, a heartfelt conversation with a loved one, or attending a community event. These moments create shared memories and deepen relationships, fostering a sense of belonging and fulfillment. To prioritize experiences over possessions, seek opportunities for exploration and connection. Whether it's trying a new activity, volunteering, or joining local groups, step outside your comfort zone and engage with the world around you. These experiences can cultivate a sense of adventure and curiosity, leading to a more enriched and meaningful life. Mindfulness and gratitude. Cultivating mindfulness and gratitude can also help us shift our focus away from materialism. Mindfulness encourages us to appreciate the present moment and recognize the beauty in our everyday lives. By grounding ourselves in the present, we can resist the urge to chase after what we think will bring us happiness. Incorporating a gratitude practice into your routine can further enhance this shift. Each day, take a moment to reflect on the things you are thankful for, relationships, experiences, and even the simple joys of life. Keeping a gratitude journal can serve as a powerful reminder of what is truly important. As we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, we cultivate contentment and happiness from within. The role of compassion. Compassion for ourselves and others is another essential component of breaking free from materialism. When we practice self-compassion, we allow ourselves to let go of unrealistic expectations and societal pressures. We recognize that our worth is not determined by our possessions or achievements but by our inherent humanity. Cultivating compassion extends beyond ourselves. It also involves fostering kindness toward others. When we prioritize compassion, we create a sense of community and connection, which can be far more fulfilling than any material possession. Acts of kindness, whether volunteering, supporting a friend, or simply offering a smile to a stranger, can have a profound impact on our well-being and the well-being of those around us. Letting go of comparison. In the age of social media, comparison has become a pervasive issue that fuels the illusion of materialism. We often find ourselves scrolling through feeds filled with curated images of wealth, beauty, and success, leading to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. To combat this, it's crucial to recognize that what we see online is often a highlight reel, an edited version of reality. Everyone faces challenges and struggles, even if they're not visible on social media. Practicing self-acceptance and letting go of the need to compare ourselves to others can help us focus on our unique journeys. Limiting exposure to social media can also be beneficial. Consider taking breaks from platforms that contribute to feelings of inadequacy or distraction. Instead, engage in activities that nurture your well-being, such as reading, meditating, or spending time in nature. Embracing simplicity. The minimalist movement has gained traction in recent years, promoting the idea that less is more. Embracing simplicity can help us declutter our lives, both physically and mentally, allowing us to focus on what truly matters. Start by evaluating your possessions and considering what brings genuine joy and value to your life. Letting go of items that no longer serve you can create space for new experiences and connections. Adopting a more intentional approach to consumption, buying only what you truly need, can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling existence. Simplicity also extends to our daily lives. Consider streamlining your schedule by prioritizing activities and commitments that align with your values and goals. Creating a more balanced life can help alleviate stress and allow for greater presence and connection with yourself and others. Seeking purpose. Ultimately, the pursuit of a meaningful life involves seeking purpose beyond materialism. Reflecting on your values and passions can help you identify what gives your life meaning. Engaging in work that aligns with your purpose, whether through your career, hobbies, or volunteer activities, can foster a sense of fulfillment that transcends material wealth. Consider what truly lights you up and brings you joy. Is it helping others, creating art, exploring nature? Pursuing your passions can lead to a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater connection to the world around you. Cultivating a lasting sense of fulfillment. The illusion of materialism can distract us from the essential aspects of life, relationships, personal growth, and inner peace. By recognizing the transient nature of possessions and focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a life filled with joy and fulfillment. Through mindfulness, gratitude, compassion, and the pursuit of meaningful experiences, we can break free from the cycle of consumerism and embrace a more enriching existence. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it is essential to prioritize the essential over the unessential. By doing so, we can foster genuine happiness and create a life that reflects our true values, leading to a more meaningful and fulfilling journey. In today's fast-paced world, genuine human relationships often take a backseat to our busy schedules, the demands of work, and the distractions of technology. As we scroll through social media feeds, it is easy to feel connected while simultaneously feeling disconnected. This paradox of connection highlights the need to reassess the importance of authentic relationships in our lives. The teachings of the Buddha emphasize loving kindness and compassion in our interactions, reminding us that nurturing these connections is essential for our happiness and fulfillment. The importance of connection. Research consistently shows that meaningful relationships are crucial for our mental and emotional well-being. Studies have linked strong social ties to lower rates of anxiety and depression, higher self-esteem, and greater overall happiness. Yet, despite this evidence, many individuals find themselves feeling isolated, even in a crowded room. The reasons for this disconnection are multifaceted, rooted in a culture that often prioritizes superficial interactions over deeper connections. In the digital age, our interactions are frequently mediated by screens. We send texts, share photos, and comment on posts, but these exchanges can lack the depth and richness that face-to-face communication offers. When was the last time you sat down with a friend, looked them in the eye, and had a genuine conversation? In many cases, the answer is too long ago. This chapter explores practical ways to foster deeper connections in our lives, helping us cultivate relationships that are meaningful and fulfilling. Mindful communication. One of the most powerful tools for nurturing relationships is mindful communication. Mindful communication involves being fully present during conversations, actively listening, and responding with intention. This practice encourages us to move beyond superficial exchanges and engage in meaningful dialogue. To practice mindful communication, start by putting away distractions. When someone is speaking to you, give them your full attention. This means turning off your phone, making eye contact, and being present in the moment. Reflect on what the other person is saying before responding. This simple act of being fully present can transform the quality of your interactions. Ask open-ended questions that invite the other person to share more about themselves. Instead of asking, "How was your day?" try, "What was the highlight of your day?" This encourages a more meaningful exchange and shows that you are genuinely interested in their experiences. Another essential aspect of mindful communication is empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. When you respond, reflect on their feelings and experiences. This not only fosters deeper connections but also enhances your understanding of others, creating a compassionate and supportive environment. Quality time over quantity. In a world that often equates busyness with success, the quality of our interactions can be compromised. Many people fill their calendars with social events but find that these gatherings lack depth. To counteract this, focus on quality over quantity in your relationships. Prioritize spending time with those who genuinely enrich your life. Schedule regular catch-ups with friends or family members who uplift you, and commit to being fully present during these interactions. Whether it's a coffee date, a nature walk, or a simple dinner at home, create space for meaningful conversations. You might also consider incorporating rituals into your relationships. For example, designate a specific day each week to connect with a loved one, or establish a monthly game night with friends. These shared experiences not only create lasting memories but also strengthen the bonds between you. Acts of kindness. Acts of kindness are a powerful way to nurture relationships and enhance the sense of connection. When we extend kindness to others, we not only uplift them but also cultivate our own happiness. Kindness fosters a positive feedback loop. When we do something nice for someone, we often feel happier ourselves. Simple gestures can have a profound impact. Leave a thoughtful note for a colleague, offer to help a friend with a project, or surprise a loved one with their favorite treat. These small acts can brighten someone's day and reinforce the bonds you share. Additionally, practice gratitude in your relationships. Take time to express appreciation for the people in your life. A heartfelt thank you, a compliment, or acknowledging someone's effort can strengthen your connection and create a positive atmosphere. Navigating conflicts with compassion. No relationship is without conflict. Disagreements are a natural part of human interactions, but how we navigate these conflicts can significantly affect the quality of our relationships. The Buddhist teachings encourage us to approach conflicts with compassion and understanding rather than anger or resentment. When a disagreement arises, take a step back and breathe. Avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, give yourself time to reflect. This pause allows you to approach the situation with a clearer mind and a more compassionate heart. When discussing the issue, use I statements instead of you statements. For instance, say, I feel hurt when, instead of, you always make me feel. This approach helps the other person understand your perspective without feeling attacked, making it easier to find common ground. Active listening is crucial in resolving conflicts. Allow the other person to express their feelings and concerns without interrupting. Acknowledge their perspective, even if you don't agree with it. This validation can go a long way in fostering understanding and collaboration. Embracing vulnerability. Authentic connections require vulnerability. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we invite others to do the same, creating a deeper sense of trust and intimacy. However, vulnerability can be challenging, especially in a culture that often equates strength with emotional stoicism. Start by sharing your thoughts and feelings openly with those you trust. Expressing your fears, hopes, and dreams can foster deeper connections. When you are willing to be vulnerable, it encourages others to share their true selves as well. Be mindful of creating a safe space for vulnerability. Offer support and understanding when someone opens up to you. Acknowledging their courage and responding with kindness can strengthen the bond you share. Creating supportive communities. Beyond individual relationships, cultivating a sense of community can enhance our overall well-being. Communities provide a sense of belonging, support, and shared purpose. Whether it's a group of friends, a local organization, or an online community, surrounding ourselves with like-minded individuals can enrich our lives. Consider joining a club, attending workshops, or participating in community events that align with your interests. These environments offer opportunities to connect with others, share experiences, and learn from one another. Within these communities, practice active participation. Volunteer your time and skills, contribute your ideas, and support fellow members. When you engage fully, you help create a culture of connection and collaboration. Balancing technology and real-life interactions. While technology can facilitate connections, it can also create barriers if not used mindfully. Social media and texting can sometimes replace meaningful interactions, leading to feelings of isolation. To find balance, set boundaries around your technology use. Designate tech-free times during which you can focus on real-life interactions. For example, during meals or family gatherings, make a conscious effort to put devices away and engage in conversation. Consider the impact of your online presence on your relationships. Use social media to enhance connections rather than replace them. Share experiences, celebrate achievements, and engage with others in meaningful ways. Reflection and personal growth. As you work to cultivate deeper connections in your life, take time for reflection. Journaling can be a helpful tool for processing your thoughts and feelings about your relationships. Write about what you appreciate in others, the challenges you face, and your intentions for nurturing these connections. Additionally, seek feedback from trusted friends or family members. Ask them how they perceive your interactions and if they have suggestions for improvement. This openness to feedback can help you grow and deepen your relationships. Ultimately, the quality of our relationships significantly impacts our happiness and well-being. By prioritizing connection, practicing mindful communication, and fostering compassion, we can create a rich tapestry of meaningful interactions that support us on our journey through life. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, let us not forget the power of human connection. In a world filled with distractions, embracing authentic relationships can guide us toward a happier, more fulfilling existence. Through acts of kindness, vulnerability, and mindful engagement, we can transform our lives and those of others, creating a network of support and understanding that enriches us all. In our fast-paced, distraction-filled world, finding inner peace can feel like an elusive goal. With the constant bombardment of information, social media comparisons, and the demands of modern life, many individuals struggle to maintain a sense of calm and fulfillment. The teachings of the Buddha offer timeless wisdom for cultivating inner peace, emphasizing mindfulness, gratitude, and acceptance as essential practices for navigating today's challenges. Mindfulness is a foundational practice that helps us become more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings. By developing mindfulness, we can create a space between our experiences and our reactions, allowing us to respond to situations with clarity rather than reacting impulsively. In today's society, where distractions are ubiquitous, cultivating mindfulness can be a powerful antidote to anxiety and stress. To incorporate mindfulness into daily life, start by establishing a regular meditation practice. Even a few minutes each day can help ground you. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body, and when your mind wanders, as it inevitably will, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple practice trains the mind to remain present, enhancing your ability to cope with life's challenges. In addition to meditation, mindfulness can be practiced in everyday activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or engaging in conversation, strive to be fully present in the moment. For instance, during meals, focus on the flavors, textures, and aromas of the food. By savoring each bite, you cultivate an appreciation for the simple pleasures of life and reduce the tendency to rush through experiences. Gratitude is another powerful tool for fostering inner peace. In a culture that often emphasizes what we lack, practicing gratitude shifts our focus to what we already have. By regularly reflecting on the positive aspects of our lives, we can cultivate a more optimistic mindset. To start a gratitude practice, consider keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down 3 things you are grateful for. They can be as simple as a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or the beauty of nature. This practice helps reinforce positive feelings and encourages you to notice the good in your life, even during challenging times. Research shows that practicing gratitude has numerous psychological benefits, including reduced symptoms of depression and anxiety. When we focus on what we appreciate, we create a buffer against negativity and cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. Gratitude can also improve our relationships, as expressing appreciation to others fosters connection and strengthens bonds. Acceptance is a crucial component of achieving inner peace. Life is inherently unpredictable, and learning to accept things as they are, rather than how we wish they were, can reduce suffering. The Buddha teaches us that attachment to specific outcomes often leads to disappointment. By cultivating acceptance, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease. Begin by practicing acceptance in small ways. When faced with a challenging situation, pause and reflect on what is within your control and what is not. Accepting the things you cannot change allows you to redirect your energy toward aspects of your life that you can influence. This practice can significantly alleviate feelings of frustration and helplessness. For instance, if you find yourself stuck in traffic, instead of getting upset, accept the situation as it is. Use the time to listen to a podcast, practice deep breathing, or simply enjoy the moment of stillness. This shift in perspective transforms frustration into an opportunity for mindfulness and reflection. The concept of impermanence is also central to Buddhist philosophy. Everything in life is subject to change, and recognizing this truth can help us cultivate a sense of peace. When we cling to the idea that things should remain constant, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Embracing impermanence allows us to appreciate each moment fully, knowing that it is unique and fleeting. To practice acceptance of impermanence, try to observe the changing nature of your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you experience negative emotions, such as sadness or anger, remind yourself that these feelings are temporary. Rather than trying to suppress them, acknowledge their presence and let them pass naturally. This approach fosters resilience and encourages emotional growth. In our digital age, it is crucial to examine how technology impacts our mental health. While the internet offers numerous benefits, it also contributes to feelings of isolation and anxiety. Social media platforms often create an illusion of connection while simultaneously fostering comparison and discontent. Many people find themselves scrolling through curated images of others' lives, leading to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. To counteract the negative effects of technology, consider setting boundaries around your screen time. Allocate specific periods for checking social media and engage in activities that promote genuine connections, such as spending time with loved ones or participating in community events. By prioritizing real-life interactions, you can cultivate a sense of belonging and enhance your overall well-being. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment is essential for cultivating inner peace. Identify hobbies or interests that inspire you, whether it's painting, hiking, gardening, or volunteering. Making time for these activities nurtures your creativity and provides a sense of purpose. When we engage in activities that align with our values and passions, we naturally cultivate a sense of peace and contentment. These experiences allow us to reconnect with ourselves and foster a deeper understanding of what is truly essential in our lives. Additionally, practicing self-compassion is vital for nurturing inner peace. In a society that often promotes perfectionism and self-criticism, it's essential to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding we would offer a friend. Acknowledge your imperfections and embrace the reality that everyone faces challenges and struggles. To cultivate self-compassion, pay attention to your inner dialogue. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them with affirmations of kindness and acceptance. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, remind yourself that it's okay to be imperfect and that growth comes from learning from experiences. Engaging in acts of kindness towards others is another way to foster inner peace. When we extend compassion to those around us, we create a positive ripple effect that not only benefits others but also enhances our sense of well-being. Acts of kindness can be simple, such as offering a helping hand, listening to a friend, or volunteering for a local cause. Research indicates that engaging in altruistic behavior activates the brain's reward centers, promoting feelings of happiness and fulfillment. By prioritizing kindness, we reinforce our connections to others and cultivate a more compassionate and peaceful world. Finding balance in our lives is crucial for achieving inner peace. In today's culture, where productivity often takes precedence, it's easy to overlook the importance of rest and relaxation. Make time for self-care by prioritizing activities that recharge and rejuvenate you, whether it's reading a book, practicing yoga, or spending time in nature. Establishing a routine that incorporates self-care practices can significantly enhance your mental well-being. Consider scheduling regular breaks throughout your day to step away from work or technology. These moments of respite allow you to reconnect with yourself and recharge your energy. As we strive for inner peace, it's essential to remember that the journey is not linear. There will be days when cultivating mindfulness, acceptance, or gratitude feels challenging. Instead of judging ourselves for these moments, embrace them as part of the process. The path to inner peace requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to learn from each experience. Additionally, engaging with a supportive community can significantly enhance your journey toward inner peace. Surround yourself with individuals who share similar values and aspirations, whether through local groups, online forums, or spiritual communities. These connections foster a sense of belonging and encourage accountability as you work toward cultivating a more peaceful life. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, it's vital to remember the wisdom of the Buddha's teachings. By distinguishing between the essential and the unessential, we can cultivate a life filled with meaning and joy. The practices of mindfulness, gratitude, acceptance, and kindness serve as tools for overcoming today's challenges, leading us toward a more fulfilling existence. In this ever-changing world, it's possible to find solace and happiness within ourselves. By embracing the essential aspects of life, such as relationships, self-care, and compassion, we can create a foundation of inner peace that allows us to thrive amidst the chaos. Each step we take toward cultivating a peaceful mind brings us closer to the life we truly desire, filled with love, purpose, and connection. In the fast-paced, information-saturated world we live in today, it is all too easy to become lost in a whirlwind of thoughts that lead us away from our true purpose. The Buddha's teachings remind us that our mental landscape significantly shapes our reality. When we dwell in wrong thoughts, we become ensnared in a cycle of dissatisfaction, anxiety, and discontent. This state can cloud our judgment and prevent us from seeing the essence of our lives. Understanding wrong thoughts. Wrong thoughts can manifest as negative beliefs, self-doubt, and harmful judgments about ourselves and others. They often lead to actions that do not align with our core values, resulting in a sense of disconnection and turmoil. In modern society, where comparisons are rampant, especially on social media, it becomes even easier to fall into the trap of believing that our worth is tied to external validations or material success. For example, many people grapple with feelings of inadequacy when they scroll through curated images of seemingly perfect lives. This can lead to a cycle of negative thinking, where one might think, "I'm not good enough," or, "I'll never achieve that." These wrong thoughts distort our perception of reality, leading us to overlook our strengths and unique qualities. Transforming thoughts into action. Recognizing the impact of wrong thoughts is the first step toward transformation. The next step involves actively working to reshape our mental framework. Here are practical techniques to facilitate this process. Cognitive restructuring. This technique involves identifying negative beliefs and challenging them. Begin by noting down your automatic thoughts throughout the day. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, like, "I always mess up," or, "I'm not worthy," take a moment to question these thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or opinion? What evidence do I have that contradicts this belief? How would I advise a friend who feels this way? By questioning these thoughts, you create space for more balanced and positive affirmations. Instead of, "I always mess up," you might replace it with, "I learn from my mistakes and grow." Compassionate self-talk. Just as we would treat a friend with kindness and understanding, we must extend that same compassion to ourselves. Begin by noticing how you speak to yourself, especially in moments of difficulty. Instead of harsh criticism, try to offer yourself words of encouragement and understanding. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm such a failure," try reframing it to, "I'm doing my best, and it's okay to struggle sometimes." Over time, this compassionate dialogue can foster a more supportive internal environment. Setting intentions. Each day presents an opportunity to align your thoughts and actions with your core values. Start your morning with a few moments of reflection. Ask yourself, what is essential for my happiness today? How can I cultivate positivity and connection? What small actions can I take to honor my values? By consciously setting intentions, you create a roadmap for your day that helps you stay focused on what truly matters. Mindfulness and present moment awareness. Mindfulness practices offer powerful tools for coping with wrong thoughts. By training our minds to remain present, we develop the capacity to observe our thoughts without judgment. This awareness allows us to recognize when we are caught in negative thinking patterns. Mindful breathing. Take a few moments each day to practice mindful breathing. Find a quiet space, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand, and then exhale slowly through your mouth. As thoughts arise, acknowledge them without engaging. Simply return your focus to your breath. This practice helps create distance between you and your thoughts, reducing their power over you. Body scan meditation. This meditation involves bringing awareness to different parts of your body. Start at your toes and slowly move up to your head, noticing any sensations, tension, or discomfort. This practice helps ground you in the present moment and fosters a deeper connection with your physical self. As you become more attuned to your body, you may find it easier to recognize when negative thoughts arise and address them mindfully. Gratitude journaling. Each evening, take a few minutes to reflect on your day and write down 3 things you are grateful for. These can be simple moments, a warm cup of tea, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of nature. By focusing on gratitude, you train your mind to seek out the positive aspects of your life, counteracting the pull of negative thinking. Building resilience through community. In times of distress, the support of a community can be invaluable. Engaging with others who share similar values can foster resilience and provide a sense of belonging. Connecting with like-minded individuals. Seek out groups or communities that resonate with your values, whether they are centered around mindfulness, social causes, or personal growth. Connecting with others who share your aspirations can create a supportive environment that nurtures positive thinking. Practicing acts of kindness. Engaging in acts of kindness not only benefits others but also reinforces your sense of purpose. Whether it's volunteering, helping a neighbor, or simply offering a kind word to someone in need, these actions can shift your focus from self-doubt to connection. When we contribute to the well-being of others, we reinforce our own sense of value and belonging. Engaging in meaningful conversations. Make time for open and honest conversations with friends and family. Share your thoughts, struggles, and aspirations, and invite others to do the same. These dialogues can help normalize the challenges we all face, fostering a sense of connection and understanding. Embracing impermanence. One of the fundamental teachings of Buddhism is the concept of impermanence. Understanding that all things are transient can help us navigate life's challenges with greater ease. When we accept that both joy and suffering are temporary, we can cultivate a more balanced perspective. Letting go of attachments. Practice recognizing the attachments you hold, be it to people, outcomes, or possessions. Reflect on how these attachments contribute to your stress or dissatisfaction. Begin to explore what it might feel like to release some of these attachments. This doesn't mean abandoning your loved ones or goals, rather, it's about recognizing that true contentment comes from within, not from external circumstances. Embracing change. Change is a constant in life. Instead of resisting it, practice embracing it. When faced with uncertainty, remind yourself that each new experience presents an opportunity for growth and learning. Journaling about your experiences can help you process these changes, allowing you to reflect on what you've learned. Living in the present. Cultivate the practice of being present in each moment. Whether you are enjoying a meal, conversing with a friend, or taking a walk, immerse yourself fully in the experience. When your mind wanders to the past or future, gently guide it back to the present. This practice fosters gratitude and joy, helping you appreciate life as it unfolds. Creating a meaningful life. Ultimately, the goal is to cultivate a life filled with meaning and purpose. By aligning our thoughts and actions with what is truly essential, we create a foundation for lasting happiness. Define your core values. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What values do you want to guide your life? Whether it's compassion, creativity, adventure, or family, clarifying your values can help you make more intentional choices. Write them down and revisit them regularly to ensure your actions align with these principles. Set goals aligned with your values. Once you've defined your values, set specific goals that align with them. This could mean pursuing a career that reflects your passion, dedicating time to your loved ones, or engaging in activities that promote personal growth. Setting these goals creates a sense of direction and fulfillment in your life. Cultivate meaningful rituals. Incorporate rituals into your daily routine that honor your values. This could be a weekly family dinner, a morning meditation practice, or volunteering regularly in your community. These rituals create anchors in your life, providing opportunities for reflection and connection. Practice reflection and adjustment. Life is a journey, and it's essential to periodically reflect on your path. Set aside time to evaluate your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Are they aligned with your values? Are you focusing on the essentials? This practice allows for course corrections and ensures you stay on track toward a meaningful life. In navigating the complexities of modern existence, we can draw wisdom from the Buddha's teachings to illuminate our paths. By recognizing and transforming wrong thoughts, practicing mindfulness, embracing impermanence, and cultivating a life of meaning, we can find peace and happiness amidst the chaos. The journey may not be easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. Each step taken towards understanding and nurturing what is essential brings us closer to a life filled with joy, connection, and fulfillment. Embracing impermanence. Finding peace in a world of change. In today's fast-paced world, one of the greatest sources of stress and anxiety is our desire for stability in a world that is constantly changing. We often find ourselves clinging to things, relationships, and even aspects of our own identity, hoping they will remain the same forever. Yet, life is dynamic, and everything is subject to change. Our health, our relationships, our careers, and even the world around us. In Buddhism, this idea of impermanence is a central teaching. It reminds us that everything in life is transient, and it is this very nature of change that can be both the source of suffering and, paradoxically, the gateway to liberation and inner peace. In modern society, the resistance to change is particularly pronounced. With the rise of social media, we are constantly exposed to the illusion of permanence, beautiful, curated images of lives that seem perfect and unchanging. This fuels a desire for things to remain constant in our own lives, whether it's a relationship, job, or personal success. We seek comfort in the belief that if we can just get everything in order, we'll achieve a state of lasting happiness. However, this is a dangerous illusion. The more we resist the natural flow of life, the more suffering we invite into our lives. Letting go of attachments. The first step in embracing impermanence is learning to let go of attachments. Attachments are the emotional bonds we form with things, people, or ideas that we believe will bring us happiness or security. We might be attached to a job title that gives us a sense of identity, a relationship that defines our worth, or even a physical possession that symbolizes our success. While it's natural to feel connected to the people and things in our lives, attachment becomes problematic when we cling to them, expecting them to remain unchanged. In today's society, we are encouraged to seek happiness in material things, whether it's a new car, a house, or the latest gadget. Advertisements promise that the newest product will make our lives easier, more enjoyable, and more meaningful. However, as many of us have experienced, the joy that comes from acquiring material possessions is fleeting. The newness fades, and we find ourselves wanting the next best thing. This cycle of craving and dissatisfaction stems from our failure to accept impermanence. Instead of recognizing that happiness is not found in external things, we continually grasp for more, only to be disappointed. Letting go of attachments doesn't mean we should renounce all material things or relationships. Rather, it means cultivating a mindset of non-clinging. We can enjoy the things we have without becoming dependent on them for our happiness. When we acknowledge that everything we possess is temporary, we can appreciate it for what it is, a fleeting experience, without becoming attached to the idea that it will last forever. Embracing change in relationships. Another area where the resistance to impermanence is deeply felt is in our relationships. In a world where we are constantly encouraged to find the one, or seek out lasting love, the idea that relationships are subject to change can feel unsettling. However, it's important to recognize that all relationships, no matter how strong, are dynamic. People grow and evolve, and so do their relationships. One of the most common sources of suffering in relationships is the expectation that the other person will remain the same as when we first met them. This is particularly true in romantic relationships, where people often feel that their partner has, changed, over time, leading to disappointment or frustration. The reality is that change is inevitable, both in ourselves and in others. Learning to accept this fact can lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. When we embrace impermanence in our relationships, we can approach them with greater flexibility and openness. Instead of clinging to a fixed idea of what the relationship should be, we can allow it to evolve naturally. This doesn't mean that we should passively accept harmful behavior or neglect our needs, but rather that we should cultivate an attitude of acceptance toward the natural ebb and flow of relationships. By doing so, we create space for growth, both for ourselves and for those we care about. Navigating career transitions. In today's economy, career stability is increasingly rare. Gone are the days when people would work for one company for their entire career, gradually climbing the ladder until retirement. Now, people change jobs frequently, face layoffs, and sometimes need to reinvent themselves professionally. This uncertainty can cause a great deal of anxiety, especially when we tie our sense of self-worth to our career success. One of the most common fears people face is the fear of losing their job or not being able to achieve the career success they envision. This fear often stems from the attachment to a particular identity, whether it's being a successful entrepreneur, a top executive, or an expert in a specific field. When we define ourselves by our professional achievements, any threat to that identity can feel devastating. The Buddhist teaching on impermanence offers a powerful antidote to this fear. By recognizing that careers, like everything else, are subject to change, we can begin to loosen our attachment to professional identity. This doesn't mean we shouldn't strive for success or pursue our ambitions, but rather that we should remain open to the possibility of change and be willing to adapt when circumstances shift. For example, someone who loses their job can view it as an opportunity for growth and reinvention rather than as a personal failure. By embracing change, we allow ourselves to explore new possibilities, develop new skills, and perhaps even find a career path that aligns more closely with our true values and interests. This mindset shift can transform the way we approach career transitions, turning them into opportunities for personal and professional development. The impermanence of self. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of impermanence to grasp is the impermanence of the self. In today's culture, there is a strong emphasis on individual identity, who we are, what we stand for, and how we present ourselves to the world. Social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook reinforce this by encouraging us to curate a consistent, polished version of ourselves for others to see. But the truth is that our sense of self is constantly evolving. We are not static beings with fixed personalities or traits. We are fluid, shaped by our experiences, thoughts, and emotions. The belief in a permanent, unchanging self can lead to immense suffering. We might cling to an outdated version of ourselves, resisting the natural changes that come with aging, personal growth, or life circumstances. For example, someone who identifies strongly with their youthful appearance may struggle with the aging process, feeling a sense of loss or inadequacy as they grow older. Similarly, someone who has always been the life of the party might feel lost when they no longer enjoy socializing in the same way. Embracing the impermanence of self allows us to move through life with greater ease and flexibility. Instead of clinging to a fixed identity, we can allow ourselves to evolve naturally. This doesn't mean we lose sight of who we are, but rather that we remain open to change and growth. By accepting the fluid nature of the self, we free ourselves from the pressure to conform to a rigid idea of who we should be. This can lead to a deeper sense of authenticity and fulfillment, as we give ourselves permission to be our true selves, moment by moment. Practical steps for embracing impermanence. Mindfulness practice. One of the most effective ways to cultivate an understanding of impermanence is through mindfulness meditation. By observing our thoughts, emotions, and sensations in the present moment, we can begin to see how they constantly arise and pass away. This practice helps us recognize the transient nature of our experiences and reduces our attachment to them. Gratitude for the present moment. Embracing impermanence doesn't mean we become indifferent to life. On the contrary, it can deepen our appreciation for the present moment. When we realize that everything is temporary, we can savor the beauty of life's fleeting experiences, whether it's a conversation with a loved one, a sunset, or a quiet moment of solitude. Reframing challenges as opportunities for growth. When faced with difficult changes, such as the loss of a job or the end of a relationship, we can reframe these challenges as opportunities for growth and transformation. By adopting a growth mindset, we allow ourselves to see change as a natural part of life that can lead to new possibilities. Letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is often rooted in the desire for things to remain perfect or unchanging. By embracing impermanence, we can let go of the unrealistic expectation that life should always be flawless. This frees us from the constant striving for perfection and allows us to find peace in the messiness of life. Cultivating non-attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean indifference, it means accepting the impermanence of all things and not clinging to them as the source of our happiness. Whether it's material possessions, relationships, or personal achievements, we can enjoy them fully without becoming attached to the idea that they will last forever. Accepting aging and life's stages. Embracing impermanence also means accepting the natural process of aging and the different stages of life. Instead of mourning the loss of youth, we can appreciate the wisdom, experience, and depth that come with each new phase of life. By embracing impermanence in all aspects of our lives, our relationships, careers, and sense of self, we free ourselves from the suffering that comes from clinging to what must inevitably change. In doing so, we open ourselves to the possibility of peace, joy, and meaning that arise from living in harmony with life's ever-changing nature. In a world where everything is transient, the key to happiness is not in resisting change, but in learning to move with it gracefully. In today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. From the endless notifications on our phones to the pressure to succeed in a competitive economy, our attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions. The Buddhist teaching on mistaking the unessential for the essential is more relevant now than ever before. It calls on us to pause, reflect, and reassess what we value in life, offering a path to happiness and peace that transcends the fleeting distractions of modern culture. At the core of the Buddha's teaching is the simple but profound idea that what we often chase after, the unessential, can never bring lasting fulfillment. Whether it's material possessions, status, or social validation, the things we are told to prioritize are often illusions that keep us from true happiness. On the other hand, the essential, inner peace, meaningful relationships, and a life aligned with values, offers a deeper, more enduring sense of well-being. The distractions of modern life. One of the biggest challenges people face today is distraction. Our world is filled with things designed to capture our attention. Social media, entertainment, advertisements, and even news outlets are all vying for a piece of our time and mental energy. We're constantly bombarded with images of what we should aspire to: the perfect house, the perfect body, the ideal lifestyle. The message is clear: if we just had more money, more success, or more likes on our posts, we would finally be happy. But if we take a step back and reflect on our own experiences, we can see that this isn't true. The joy that comes from acquiring new things or receiving praise from others is temporary. It fades quickly, leaving us craving more. This cycle of desire and dissatisfaction is exhausting, and it's one of the reasons so many people today feel anxious, unfulfilled, and stressed. The Buddhist teaching challenges this mentality by asking us to examine our priorities. What do we spend our time thinking about? What are we chasing after? Are these things truly essential to our happiness, or are they distractions that pull us further away from what really matters? The true essentials: connection, peace, and purpose. So, if material success and external validation are unessential, what is truly essential for a happy and meaningful life? According to the Buddha, the essentials are much simpler and more profound: inner peace, genuine connection with others, and living with purpose. These are the foundations of a life that is fulfilling and free from unnecessary suffering. First, let's look at inner peace. In today's world, many people equate peace with having more control over their external circumstances. They think, if I could just get everything in my life in order, my job, my finances, my relationships, then I'd finally feel peaceful. But the reality is that external circumstances are always changing. Jobs can be lost, relationships can end, and financial situations can fluctuate. If our peace is dependent on external factors, we will always be at the mercy of forces outside our control. True inner peace comes from within. It is the result of cultivating a calm and balanced mind, one that is not easily disturbed by the ups and downs of life. Practices like mindfulness and meditation can help us develop this inner peace by teaching us to observe our thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. Instead of reacting impulsively to challenges or difficult emotions, we can learn to respond with clarity and compassion. This kind of peace is unshakable because it is not based on external circumstances but on a deep understanding of the mind. The second essential element for a meaningful life is genuine connection with others. In a world where social media often substitutes for real interaction, many people feel more disconnected and lonely than ever before. Despite being more connected than any generation in history, there's a growing sense of isolation. The Buddhist teaching reminds us that true happiness comes from cultivating authentic relationships based on love, compassion, and understanding. Rather than striving to impress others or seeking validation from them, we should focus on building relationships that are meaningful and supportive. This involves being fully present with the people we care about, listening deeply to them, and offering kindness without expecting anything in return. In these moments of genuine connection, we experience a type of happiness that is far more satisfying than the fleeting pleasure of superficial interactions. Finally, living with purpose is essential to a fulfilling life. In our culture, purpose is often equated with career success or achieving specific goals. While these things can certainly be part of our purpose, they don't necessarily define it. True purpose goes beyond what we do for a living or how much money we make. It's about living in alignment with our deepest values and using our unique gifts to contribute to the well-being of others. When we live with purpose, our actions are guided by something larger than our personal desires or ambitions. We may still work hard and strive for success, but our motivation is different. Instead of chasing after external rewards, we're driven by a desire to make a positive impact on the world around us. This shift in perspective can bring a deep sense of fulfillment because it connects us to something greater than ourselves. Letting go of the unessential. One of the key teachings of the Buddha is that much of our suffering comes from clinging to things that are unessential. We hold on tightly to ideas, possessions, and relationships that we believe will make us happy, but in reality, they often lead to frustration and disappointment. The practice of letting go is about releasing these attachments and recognizing that true happiness comes from within. In today's culture, letting go can feel counterintuitive. We're constantly told that we need more success, more money, more stuff. But if we look closely, we can see that this mindset only creates more stress and anxiety. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on our goals or living a life of deprivation. Instead, it means shifting our focus away from external validation and toward inner contentment. Letting go also applies to our relationships with others. We often cling to unrealistic expectations of how people should behave or what they should provide for us. This can lead to disappointment, frustration, and conflict. By letting go of these expectations, we can appreciate people for who they are, rather than who we want them to be. This opens the door to deeper, more meaningful connections that are based on acceptance and understanding. Practical steps for living an essential life. The Buddha's teaching is not just a philosophical concept, it's a practical guide for living a more peaceful and meaningful life. Here are some steps you can take to bring this wisdom into your everyday life. Simplify your life. Take a moment to reflect on the things you prioritize. Are there areas where you're investing time and energy that don't truly bring you happiness? Consider simplifying your schedule, letting go of unnecessary commitments, and focusing on what truly matters: your well-being, your relationships, and your personal growth. Practice mindfulness. Cultivating mindfulness can help you become more aware of the thoughts, emotions, and habits that keep you attached to the unessential. Through regular mindfulness practice, you can learn to observe these patterns without getting caught up in them, allowing you to make more intentional choices. Strengthen relationships. Make a conscious effort to deepen your connections with others. Spend quality time with loved ones. Practice active listening, and engage in acts of kindness. Focus on creating relationships that are based on mutual respect and compassion, rather than superficial interactions. Live with purpose. Reflect on your values and what brings you a sense of meaning. What are the activities that make you feel most alive and connected to something larger than yourself? Whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or simply being a source of support for those around you, find ways to align your actions with your deeper sense of purpose. Let go of attachments. Start noticing the things you cling to, whether they're material possessions, beliefs, or relationships, and ask yourself if they're truly essential to your happiness. Practice letting go of the things that no longer serve you, and trust that by releasing these attachments, you're creating space for more peace and fulfillment. A journey toward peace and fulfillment. In the end, the Buddhist teaching is a reminder that the path to happiness is not about accumulating more but about simplifying, letting go, and focusing on what truly matters. In a world full of distractions, this wisdom offers a way to cultivate inner peace, deepen our connections with others, and live with a sense of purpose and meaning. This journey is not always easy, especially in a culture that constantly pulls us toward the unessential. But with mindfulness, self-reflection, and a commitment to living in alignment with our values, we can begin to free ourselves from the cycle of dissatisfaction and embrace a life of true happiness and fulfillment. By recognizing the difference between the essential and the unessential, we open the door to a deeper, more meaningful existence, one that is not dependent on external circumstances but rooted in inner peace, love, and purpose. This is the path to a life that is truly rich and fulfilling, one that brings lasting joy and contentment. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's reading and found it inspiring. We look forward to seeing you next time as we continue our journey through the teachings of the Buddha. Your presence means a lot to us, and we can't wait to share more wisdom with you. Until then, take care and stay mindful.